Hello, today we are going to install MikoPBX using VMware Workstation Pro. Before we start, we should note that version 2024.1.114 currently doesn't support installation via the service, and because of that we should use some another version. Today, for example, I will use the latest dev version. Before we start, you should download ISO image of MikoPBX. Okay, let's get started inside the VMware Workstation Pro interface, and firstly we should create our virtual machine. For that, click Create a new virtual machine. Here choose Typical, then click Next. Here you should choose installer disk image file as parameter for install from, and here choose your ISO file which you downloaded before. Then click Next again. Here you should choose Linux and version Debian 11.x 64-bit. Then click Next again. And here you should type the name for your virtual machine. It can be whatever you want. I will use MikoPBX VM, for example. Then click Next. Okay, and here we should choose a size for our system disk, which is first one. The recommended amount is 1 GB, and because of that I will use this amount. And here choose Split Virtual Disk into multiple files. Then click Next again. And here we can see our summarize configuration of our virtual machine. Click Finish. As you can see, it was created successfully. And firstly we should go to the settings section. For that, click by right button on your mouse and go to the settings. Okay, the next step is creating our second disk, which is a disk for to store recordings. For that, in this interface, click Add. Here choose hard disk, then click Next. Here leave it like that, SCSI disk type. Click Next again. Create a new virtual disk. Next. And here we should enter a size for our second disk. The recommended amount is about 50 GB or more, and because of that I will use 50 GB for my second disk. Here also choose Split Virtual Disk into multiple files, and then click Next. Here you can type the name for your second disk. I will use default one. That is fine for me. Then click Finish. And as we can see, our disk was successfully created, and we are ready to go to the network adapter section. Here we should choose Bridged, connected directly to the physical network, and then click OK. And now we are fully ready to start our virtual machine. Let's do that, clicking this button. Okay, as we can see, our system is successfully loaded, but here we can see an information that the system is loaded in recovery mode from live CD. That is mean we should install our system. For that, clicking by arrows, choose install section, which is with number 8, then click enter. Okay, and firstly system will suggest us to choose our first disk, to choose our system disk. Here we can see the list of all available disks. For me it is a disk with 1 gigabyte size, and the second one which is 50 gigabyte. For the system one I will choose SDB, and system suggested as default value. Because of that I'll just click enter, then I'll agree with an attention, and after that we should wait for a minute until our system will be successfully installed. Okay, as we can see, only one disk left, and now we should choose a disk for storage. Yeah, I will use SDC, and yeah, just click enter. After that, system will be rebooted, and we'll be ready to go to the web interface of MikoPBX. Our system is rebooted, and here we can find the IP address of our MikoPBX station. Now I suggest you just enter this IP address in your browser. Let's do that. For me, this IP address is 172.21.48.11. Yeah, then just click enter, and now we are on the MikoPBX system authorization page. Here, for the first authorization, we should use default username and default password, which is admin for username and admin for password. Then click authorize. For the first login, system will ask us to set a new password. Let's do that. Okay, and then click Save Settings. Okay, here we are. Now our MikoPBX station is fully ready to use, and we are ready for the second part of our video, which is connecting two different soft phones to our MikoPBX station. In today's video I will use two different soft phones. The first one is PhoneLite and the second one is Zoiper. Okay, let's get started with PhoneLite, and let's connect our employee with an internal number 201 to the PhoneLite. For that, in the PhoneLite interface, click New in the configuration section. Here in the field domain realm, enter your IP address of your MikoPBX station, and then click the arrow. Here in the username field, type an internal number of your employee. I will connect an employee with internal number 201, as I said before. Okay, type it there, and the same in the authentication name field. And for the password, you should go to the MikoPBX interface, web interface, and here click this button to copy password for SIP, and then paste it there. Then click next, finish, and as we can see by this green indicator in the PhoneLite interface, and yeah, also we can check it in the MikoPBX interface, our employee was connected successfully. Okay, now let's continue with our second soft one, which is Zoiper, and we will connect an employee with an internal number 202. Firstly, enter an internal number, then print the symbol, and after the symbol just type an IP address of your MikoPBX station. And then for the password field, like we did it before, we should copy password for a SIP from the MikoPBX interface. Then paste it there and click login. Next, skip, next, and yeah, as we can see by this good indicator in the Zoiper interface, and also we can check it in the MikoPBX interface, our connection was successful. Now let's try to call from one soft phone to another. For that I will call number 201 from the Zoiper. Yeah, as we can see, everything works perfectly. That is mean our connection was successful. Now we are ready for the final part of our video, which is testing our system using internal dial plan application. Okay, in today's video I will use echo test. You can find it in the model section, then dial plan applications. Yeah, here we can see this app. Here is the number, which is 103246, and let's deal this number from one of our soft phones. 3246. If everything works normally, when we call we can hear our voice. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3 test. Yeah, it works perfectly. That has mean our installation and connecting to different soft phones were successful, and thank you for watching and have a nice day. Goodbye.